Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a one brand makeup tutorial for you guys, and I'm going to be using all Maybelline products today. So I wanted to do a one brand makeup tutorial again because I had so much fun when I did the e.l.f. one brand makeup tutorial. So I wanted to do another affordable drugstore makeup tutorial because I wanted to do my tutorial on things that you can just go in the store and pick up, things you don't really have to order if you want to recreate this look. All products that I use in today's video will be listed in the description box down below, just in case you have any questions about anything that I use on my face. But like always, I try to mention every single product that I use in the video. Don't forget that when my channel reaches 5,000 subscribers, I will be having my next big giveaway. So don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look using all Maybelline products, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off with my brows, and I'm going to be using the Brow Precise Micro Pencil in the shade Deep Brown. And I'm just combing through my brows with a spoolie, and then I'm going to outline my natural brows and just fill them in. To be honest, I really don't like this brow pencil. I mean, I heard a lot of good things about it. Maybe I just picked up a bad one, but I don't like it because it broke like 3 times when I was doing my brows. And that's a lot of product loss, so I wasn't too happy about that. And this is a very cool tone shade. I didn't really like that either. Now I'm going to go in with one of Maybelline's single shadows in the shade Made for Mocha. And I'm going to use this powder to fill in the sparse areas on my brows. Now I'm just going to go in with the color correcting kit in Deep, and I'm going to use that middle shade, which is, it looks pretty light on camera, and it looks pretty light when I applied it to my eyes, but it didn't look that light like in person in the palette. But I mean, it's okay, I made it work. But I'm just going to use this to clean up the bottom part of my brows. And then I'm just taking this little brush, my favorite brush, to buff out the concealer under my brows. And it's from the Up and Up brand from Target. And I think these brushes come like 2 in a pack. And then for the top of my brows, I'm just going to use my foundation, which is the Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Foundation in the shade 95 Coconut. Alright guys, moving on to the eyes, I'm going to take my Maybelline SuperStay Better Skin Concealer in the shade Deep. This is one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore. And I'm just going to use this concealer to prime my eyelids. And I really didn't like how this brush was buffing the concealer out on my brows. I mean, sorry, on my lid, so I just switched to a beauty sponge. Alright, next up, to set that concealer in place, I'm going to be using my Shine Free Oil Control Loose Powder in the shade Medium 2. And then I have these 3 palettes that I picked up. I've had these palettes for a minute. I think I used these on my full face first impressions, but it didn't really have a transition color that I liked, so I just used my pressed powder in the shade Cocoa. And I'm going to use this in my transition area. And then I'm going to be going into one of the little mini palettes, and this one is in Sunrise. And I'm going to take that brown at the bottom of the palette and just place that all in the crease. Alright, and because I wanted a little color in that crease area, I'm just going to go in with my Master Blush Color and Highlight Kit. And I pointed to that light shade at the end, but I think I pretty much mixed all 3 of the shades. And I just placed that right above my crease, just to add a little color to the look. Alright, next up I'm going to be going back into that eyeshadow made for Mocha, and I'm going to use this to further deepen up my crease and take that all into the outer V. Next up I'm going to be using one of my Maybelline EyeStudio color tattoos, and this is a metal eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Ink in Pink. And I'm just going to use this and place it on my lid and use it as a base for the eyeshadow that I'm going to place down. This is a really pretty color. If you don't have a shadow to place on top of this, you really can wear it on its own. Alright, next up, going into another one of those mini palettes. This one is Graffiti Pops. I'm going to use that really pretty silvery champagne shade, and I'm going to place this right on top of the color tattoo. And I did wet my brush with some setting spray. Alright, next up I'm going to be going back into that single eyeshadow made for Mocha, and I'm going to use this to smoke out the outer V. And then I'm just going to take a blending brush with no product on it, and I'm going to use this to help blend out that outer V shade to make sure there are no harsh edges. Alright, next up, going back into the Sunrise palette, I'm going to be using that cream shade right there at the bottom, and I'm going to use this to set my brow bone concealer or highlight my brow bone. For my eyeliner, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black. I had a really hard time with this liner at first, and that is because I've had mine forever. So it was kind of dry, so I just added some of my little Graffiti drops to it, and it applied much easier then. But this is a really nice eyeliner. I've just had mine forever. Alright, next up I'm going to be adding the Colossal Big Shot Mascara in Blackest Black. And then I'm just going to pop on some falsies, which are the only thing that's not Maybelline in this tutorial. And that's because Maybelline doesn't have lashes. And then I'm going to move on to the face. For my face, I'm going to be using my favorite my favorite primer from the store, from the drugstore, and it is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I really love this this primer. I've been through so many of them. I just feel like it gives me a really nice smooth base. Alright, and then I picked up the Master Color Correcting Pen in the shade Apricot, which I really didn't care for. It was taking it forever to come out of the little tube. But I mean, it seems like a nice color once you put it on, but when you blend it out, it just seemed way too light and ashy. And I was going to put the orange on there from my color correcting palette, but I just said forget it because I was about to put foundation on top of it anyways. But yeah, I don't really like the color of this color corrector. Alright, next up for foundation, I'm going to be using my SuperStay Better Skin Foundation in the shade 95 Coconut. And I've been outside a lot this summer, so I've gotten a lot of color. So this is my normal shade, and it is too light for me. So I'm going to mix in some of my Dewy Plus Smooth foundation in the shade 360 Mocha. I'm just going to mix those in together and blend it out. And I've never mixed these two foundations, and I really love how it turned out. Like, I love the color, I love the finish. And I think I'm using like a e.l.f. selfie ready brush to blend out my foundation. Alright, next up for highlighter, I'm going to be using my SuperStay Better Skin Concealer in the shade Deep. This is my favorite concealer from the drugstore. I really love this concealer. It has really nice coverage, and it's really easy to blend out. So I'm just going to place that everywhere where I would normally conceal. And I'm blending that out with my Morphe blending sponge. Alright, now I'm going back into my Shine Free powder, and I'm going to set directly under my eyes because I crease really easily before I start to contour. Next up for contour, they don't really have anything deep enough for me, so I picked up the deepest foundation, I think, and this is in the Matte Plus Poreless, and this is in the shade Espresso. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use it to cream contour. And now I'm just taking my Real Techniques blending sponge to blend out my contour. I really like using this foundation as a contour because it blends so nicely. And it's a really nice color also. Alright, so now I'm going to take my Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless powder in the shade Mocha, and I'm going to use this to set my contour. Now I'm going to go back into my Shine Free Oil Control Loose Powder in the shade Medium 2. I'm just going to use this to set the rest of my under eye as well as everywhere else I highlighted. And I'm also going to use this flat side. That is what I love most about this sponge. As you can see, you get a really precise line when you clean up your contour with this sponge. And I absolutely love that. So I'm just cleaning up my contour. And then we're going to go ahead and finish off the eyes. So I'm going to be using the Long Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Liner in the shade Sleek Onyx. And you guys, I love this eyeliner so much because as you can see, it just glides on effortlessly. Like, it's a really nice eyeliner. Then we're going to go back into that blush palette, and I'm pretty much going to mix all the shades, and I'm going to use that to smoke out the bottom lash line. Alright, so I'm going to go back into that eyeshadow made from Mocha, and I'm going to use this to set that eyeliner because it's so creamy. So I'm going to use this to set that eyeliner and further smoke out the bottom lash line. Alright, next up I'm just dusting all of that powder away, and then I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Deep to set my entire face. When I did my full face first impressions, if you watch that video, I'll leave it linked in a card in the top of the video. This powder is awful for baking, but you know, when you just put it on your face and sweep it away, it sets your makeup really nice. So I wouldn't recommend it for baking, but I would recommend it for setting your face. Next, I'm going to go into that blush palette. I'm going to go to the last shade, which is the darkest shade, and that's what I'm going to be using for my blush. And then we're going to go in with the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. I think like this is the only shade that they have, but it's a really nice shade for all skin tones, I think. Alright, then I'm going to go in with the Master Fix Wear Boosting Setting Spray. It held my makeup in place really nicely, but it kind of made my face itch when I sprayed it on, and I didn't like that. For my lips, I'm going to be using the Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Rich Wine. I didn't think it was Rich Wine when I got it from the store. I thought it was something else, but it's not sitting right in front of me, so we're just going to say Rich Wine, and I'll check it when I get home. And then we're going to go in with the Maybelline lipstick in the shade 930 Truffle Tease. And we're going to go on top of that with one of the lip glosses in the shade Charmer. I think this is my favorite shade from the entire line. And that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from me. Until the next video.